Hey, what's going on, everyone? Andy here, and finally made it to Loch Lomond. Finally made it to Loch Lomond for the solo night backpacking trip, which I have Barkley here, so I guess it's not solo. But yeah, the pack today, it's an ultralight pack. It's at about 13.5 pounds. I was pushing 10.5 pounds, but I got a couple things because last time we were up here we got a lot of rain and the weather's actually pretty cold right now, so I do have my rain pants, which are about a pound, and just a couple other things. Hey everyone, well, we are about 20 minutes in and we're already 400 feet above the trailhead where we started, and we're at 11,919 feet. And you can see behind me we have Loch Lomond, and over behind me, that's not James Peak. I'm not sure the peak behind it, but right behind that is James Peak, where we're going to be summiting. And you just see it is a beautiful day. So let me show you what the plan is on the map. Alright, so, and if you guys are wondering what kind of map this is just a National Geographic map. I love these maps. You just pick them up at REI or your local outdoor store, but they're great. I mean, they're very well illustrated. So let me get some rocks on it so it doesn't blow away. So we are, Loch Lomond is right there. So we are right along this trail here, and it's gonna head up and run right into the Continental Divide, which then will take us north up to James Peak. And then I was thinking, take this north and we could either take Rogers Pass, which is east, and then maybe camp down there at Rogers Peak Lake, or I was even thinking to take this Uti trail and head down into one of these lakes. So I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna go summit James Peak and kind of figure it out from there. I was even thinking of camping above Loch Lomond here, but I think I'm gonna go in a little bit further. So that's the plan today. And as far as gear goes, food wise, I have all organic food today, and so typically I have like ramen and pretty crappy food, and I decided to do all organic. Even my like energy bars, this is a organic coconut energy bar, lots of calories in these bad boys. It has 190 calories, and it weighs probably half an ounce, so that's good. And also for the stove that I have, I brought the Vargo titanium hexagon wood stove, which is a wood stove, and it's the first time I think that I brought just the wood stove on the backpacking trip. Normally I bring the wood stove for backup and a gas stove, but I just kind of wanted to challenge myself, and just be fun to have the wood stove and just feed the fire, and it's all natural. Going all natural today. And I did bring my rain pants because we got stuck in the rain last time, and it's fairly cold up here right now. It is 55 and it's 11 o'clock in the morning, 10:50 actually. So I think we can expect about mid to low 40s tonight, and I don't know, hopefully this wind will stop. But yeah, that's the plan right now. I'm gonna stop yapping and get on this beautiful trail here. Well, it's pretty windy up here. 13,094. about to reach summit of James. Oh man, a lot of switchbacks coming up here, down there. It's unreal. Unreal. So we're gonna be taking that trail in a second. Woo! Barkley, come here. So my plan, I'm right here up at James Peak, and I'm gonna follow the Continental Divide and then head northeast on trail number 803, the UT Trail. It looks about 1.5 miles, and then heads down, pretty steep downhill to Little Echo Lake. Maybe I'll camp there. So we're gonna follow this trail up over that ridge, down it, down to one of those lakes in there. It looks like tomorrow we'll head back up that. But as you can see, there's a goat over there, so I'm gonna kind of go wide around it. James Peak. Down in the basin we got James Peak Lake. What is that? I'm so interested. He sees him. So that is Echo Lake. James Peak Lake is behind that little ridge there. Check this view out, guys. Look at that. Echo Lake. Whew. Man, what an awesome lake. So I'm in this big basin right now, and just kind of dropping below tree line, and looks like there's some clouds coming, but nothing too bad. It's kind of nice we can get down below tree line right now, so I'm stoked on that. Come on, bud. Come on. Good boy. Alright, time to set up the tarp. Cleared the area out of the way. So we selected our camp spot, and we got the tarp set up right now. Barkley's just taking a little nap. But yeah, I'm gonna make some lunch right now. So the only bad thing about this, it's not instant. It's not, you know, light your butane or gas or white alcohol, whatever you're gonna use, and it just starts. You know, you gotta collect your firewood, start it. But I actually brought some fat wood, which I actually got this fat wood at Gross Reservoir, that my last solo overnight. So I got a ton of nice fat wood, which fat wood contains lots of sap from pine tree, and basically it's flammable. So I'll show you guys how easy it is. I'm just gonna go collect some water from the river. Not even gonna filter it. Just gonna go for it, boil it. Should be good. Come on, bud. Alright, let's get her started. So all we do, take our piece of fat wood, light it. I brought this just in case it's windy. You want to let the fat wood burn out too, because it's pretty smoky, as you can see. That should start the fire though. Also what I did, you can see I dug a hole underneath the stove. That's so air can go underneath, just because he needs lots of oxygen. And that, I found, that actually helps the stove. Now that's a fire. That's all because of that fat wood. That's just one, probably like 3-inch piece of fat wood. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna wait for the fire to get a nice coal base, add some more firewood to it, and throw the pot on. Lunch is almost ready. So we have a organic 7 whole grain rice, and I also have this albacore tuna with Thai coconut lemongrass. All organic here. Definitely nice to have after this hike, that's for sure. Although ramen is damn good too. So I just mixed some cayenne pepper in, and I do have some hot sauce. Not sure if I'm gonna use it. We'll see. How good does that look? We're just doing a little exploring right now. Well, I wasn't gonna have a fire, but I don't know, it just seems like I wasn't gonna have a fire, but it seems like the right thing to do. I mean, tarp, fire, creek. I just built this, just a bunch of rocks I found around here, and I made this platform so I can actually just put my cooking pot right there and boil water if I need to. I'm not hungry because that lunch I had was pretty filling, but yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain. It's just been overcast the last 2 hours, 3 hours. This is why I love the Azula 2. It's the SE Azula 2. I'm sure you guys have seen it in my other videos. But I just love it. It's a full tang, which means the blade goes all the way back into the handle. And it's just real strong. I honestly have sharpened this knife one time since I've gotten it. And I've had it since last summer. Just making some real small kindling right now so I can get this fire going, and it's just fun to do. Yeah, typically when I do shorter hikes, I bring the big old BK7 or a hatchet lately. It's just, that knife is freaking awesome, the BK7, but it's heavy, so. And I probably did, I'd say I did 6 miles today. Maybe a little more. But a lot of elevation gain, a lot of descending, so it's a workout. But yeah, that's why I typically will bring this little guy. I think this thing weighs 3 ounces. And I mean, it batons fairly well on, you know, small pieces like this, so you can get some kindling. And of course you can do this with a folding knife, but I don't like to do it because they're not as strong. They're definitely not made to do it. They're kind of like a full tang. These are definitely made to be a little bit more durable, I think. I mean, I'm not a huge knife guy, but so the way I'm going to start this fire, I'm just going to use 1 piece of fat wood here, and I'm going to use 2 pieces, why not? Let's get this baby rolling. 2 pieces of fat wood, and actually I'm going to leave 1 under it like that, and then just stack these tiny little pieces above it. The real thin ones. Start off with tiny pieces and then work your way up. It's funny, before I started backpacking, I could not start a fire with my life dependent on it. I mean, I would have to use like a blowtorch, newspaper, but and then of course you get YouTube, so YouTubed it and found a way that works for me. Especially when you have like something very flammable like fat wood, or sometimes I'll bring cotton balls soaked in Vaseline, and those work really well. I'm gonna leave a little area, a little doorway right here so I can light this and catch that other piece in there. Alright, where's the lighter? Here she goes. You can see how well that fat wood stays lit. It's pretty amazing stuff, and it's natural. You just find it out hiking. I love this stuff. All natural. I guess that's the that's how the hike's going today. You know, we got organic food. We don't have a gas stove. We're using a wood stove. You don't want to smother it. So we got a nice little fire. This is nice too. The heat bounces off the rock back there and comes back to me. That's why I left this open, and so we can access this rock. Pretty cool. So for dinner, if I do get hungry, I have this. It's called Mary Jane's Farm Outpost. Organic, of course. And this is the bear burrito. I've never had this company before. I saw it at REI. They had organic. I don't know how long this is gonna take. I imagine it will take a while. Alright, let's see how this bear burrito is. Test it out. This looks like basically what's inside a burrito. So, I blew it by not bringing fajitas, because this in a fajita, and fajitas have about, I think, 100 calories in each little fajita. And I used to only like the long, really long spoon. Well, look how simple this is. Alright, well, maybe not. So basically you just cut the bag, and you don't need a long spoon anymore. I saw someone doing that. One of my buddy, I think it was Stovall, and I was just like thinking in my head, like, that is so ingenious. It's so simple. Yeah, I didn't think of it for some reason. So, I'm gonna pass it on to you guys. Got this syringe. That's for the soy squeeze. And got some hot sauce to put in here. So this is sriracha mixed with another cheap sauce. And a little bit of cayenne pepper. I've been trying to get more of these little bottles from REI, but lately they haven't had them. They're great. I mean, fill them up quarter of the way, and I got a couple of them, you know, one with olive oil, I only brought these two with me, but you know, you put olive oil, whatever spices in them, it's great. Wow. Wow. It's that good. 2 wows. Really good. So worth it to bring spices. It just takes the camping meals from good to really good. And especially, you know, being outdoors. You guys know, being outdoors, food just tastes so freaking good. I mean, even ramen noodles. That's really good. And typically at home, ramen's not that good. God, such a great camp spot. I am pretty impressed by my fire pit. I did not think I had energy to make that, but there's quite a few rocks around here, so it wasn't too big of a problem. So that was nice. Yeah, I stuck some bigger logs on the side there because wind was just flying underneath. But yeah, show you guys around. Here is the dead tree that I got all my logs from. And just mountains everywhere. God, that freaking hike up there is going to suck. So check out what I did, guys. It's kind of windy. Kind of keeps coming in and out of there, so I just took my rain jacket, strapped it on there. And I had these for my windscreen, little clips. And I could hook that on there, so it's pretty cool. Just kind of block the wind a little bit. It's kind of nice. Here's the inside. Probably can't see much, but yeah. We are hitting the hay, and we will catch you guys in the AM. We're going to be waking up around 5:30, 6 o'clock, because we got to hike back. We're going to work at noon tomorrow. But yeah, it's been a freaking awesome evening, so I will catch you guys in the AM. Good morning, guys. Oh man. So, it got freaking windy last night. It rained all night. It's freezing. It is damn cold. 30 degrees out right now. So I got a fire going, got oatmeal going, Barkley's bed breaking down, and I had to start a fire this morning. It was so cold. Thermometer said 30, plus some good wind whipping through here. It was so cold. But it rained all night, and inside of my tarp was just full of condensation. It was kind of, I couldn't sleep on my side because the side of my sleeping bag would hit the roof. So I had to get a stick to like hold it up, and that worked. Damn, so cold this morning. And I took 2 pieces of fat wood and threw it in there, and luckily I left some wood under my tarp, so it stayed dry. Got a fire going, no problem. What a beautiful morning it is today. It is pretty awesome, but God, last night it just rained all night, and luckily, man, we'll see what it's gonna be like behind us. Got a lot of cloud coverage. I really hope it doesn't rain, but we gotta hike all the way up this bad boy. I've been dreading it, but just gonna make the best of it. It's probably half a mile. Woo! Oh man. Search and rescue. Definitely gonna invest in one of those the spot devices. Last time I checked, they were on sale for 74 bucks. Totally worth it. And you can call for help if you need it. So just read my thermometer and it says 27. I'm actually hot. John's on, some shorts, my Patagonia Cap 4, my long sleeve that I always wear, that blue one, and then just my rain jacket. I had my puffy jacket on, but I was so hot. But so here's the deal: we got James Peak. We're gonna follow this trail, which will take all the way to Kingston Peak, which I think is one of those two. And we're gonna kind of bushwhack over to the Continental Divide, and then head down to Loch Lomond, head to the track. It's middle of August, and it clearly snowed last night. Incredible. So as far as the stove goes, I don't think I would ever take that stove on a winter backpacking trip. No way. No way. It sucked this morning. My hands were just so cold. They're freezing right now and turning red. And luckily I had that fat wood. I started a fire super quick. Threw my pot on there and boiled some water for some coffee. But definitely winter time, I'd bring the Ultralight Universal. That's gonna be my go-to this winter. Maybe even a jet boil, but you know, then again, it is a canister, so it's not great conditions when it's cold. Whew, I gotta stop talking because my hands are freezing. So we just diverged away from the trail, and we're gonna be heading this way. That goes to Kingston Peak, and we're just gonna bushwhack it to the Continental Divide and head down to Loch Lomond. It's been such a good trip. We'll let it snow. Can't believe that. Middle of August, and I'm walking through snow up here. So for those of you that snowshoe up here in Colorado, what do you guys wear for base layers? Or I mean, your clothing system? So I just came all the way from over there. Man, it has been a good trip. Learned a lot. Learned something about the tarp. Lots of wind can get through, and that's obvious. I just thought I was set up in a good spot, but apparently not. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of cool to make this little beak for the one end, and it'll close everything off. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Awesome. Well, I just ran into the trail that takes me down to Loch Lomond. So, and I just really cut some time by doing that bushwhacking. I'm glad. This is the first trip I've used hiking poles or trekking poles the entire time, and what a difference they've made. I'm so glad I brought them. Lots of uphill and going down. I mean, even one-handed. But yeah, just wanted to add that. If I'm doing anything like some serious miles, but a lot of uphill, man, definitely recommend trekking poles. I mean, like I said, first time I've used them, and I'm impressed. I am really impressed. Day hikes, I won't use them just because it's kind of a good time to train your legs and get more muscles. But overnight trips, when you got a pack on your back, you know, it's a perfect time to have trekking poles. Saves weight on your knees. My knees were actually hurting yesterday. That's with trekking poles, so I'm glad I had them. Alright everyone, well, I'm back at Loch Lomond. My truck's down there. So it's been one awesome adventure. And yeah, if you guys have any comments or questions on anything, let me know, and I will get back to you. And look out for some other videos coming up. Alright, have a good one, guys. Get out and adventure.